So here's the thing. Right now, we've got so many pregnancies happening across the board. We've got Brandon and Mary, and then Julia and Mary. And I've got to highlight that because I'm going to have to apologize in advance because as I'm making these videos, I keep saying Mary and Brandon rather than Julian and Brandon. So if I do have that mishap, please do forgive me. But with that being said, when it comes to Julia and Brandon, at this moment in time, there's been a few speculations that have been happening that have been nothing but lies, that have nothing been, but that have been created by AI. And because of this, Julia and Brandon have been put in a position, especially Julia, where she's had to pretty much debunk them by posting on her IG story to let people know that, hey, just so you know, guys, none of these stories that you're hearing are actually true. Okay, we've heard stories of her already giving birth. We've seen pictures of that being AI created of her already carrying the baby with Brandon. And then also on top of that, we've also had information that's come directly from Julia, where she has told us on social media that she's not necessarily in the best of positions. So there was a time before where she had to be rushed to hospital because she wasn't feeling too good. And I believe it was something around dehydration. It's something that we spoke about on this channel. And also there was another time we updated the same thing again with her giving us an update regarding her current well-being with her pregnancy. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to 90 Day Fiance, one thing that we can never really know for sure is when somebody has actually got pregnant. Because when we watch the show is actually made a year prior, okay? So we don't know necessarily when Julia got pregnant. So therefore, we don't know if Julia has currently even given birth or not. But Julia has had enough of all these rumors. Therefore, she has come out with a statement of her own, letting us know about her own pregnancy, letting us know if she has already given birth or not. So let's get into it. Let's get into this juicy little bit of information. So as you can see, as per Julia's own page, she's come out by saying, I'm tired of being silent. And I guess this is her saying, I'm ready to break the NDA. With so much attention, so much different information, let me give you some other information. Yes, we had triplets, which I gave birth to on September 9th, a boy and two girls. Their babies aren't Brandon's. What do you mean they aren't Brandon's? Of course they're Brandon's, right? As we were worried, they looked like Betty, which is of course Brandon's mother. And we know that Julia and Brandon's mother could never have, of course, babies. So you see where she's going. So you see where she's going with this. And it also says, and that's why we made the decision. Of course, I got pregnant on a trip to Europe, so I had to be pregnant for over a year. So now you know everything. Have a blessed day. And of course, she threw in some laughing emojis with covering the face emojis, as well as also some heart too. So really and truly, do you believe that she's just trolling us? She's just winding people up? Because if people are going to continue making false if people are going to keep using AI to create false images, false pictures, then I guess maybe Julia thought, you know what, F it. Because you guys enjoy telling things that aren't real, let me tell you something that you can decide for yourself whether or not it is real or whether or not it is fake. Now, here's the thing. Do I believe that they've had triplets? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, to have twins or triplets of any kind, usually something that has to run through your family tree, and we don't know if there's ever been any twins or triplets or anything like that in either family tree. So the chances of them having triplets is probably quite slim. It is probably quite slim. And then also on top of the fact that she does obviously joke about the fact or mock the fact that they are not Brandon's kids, and because she fears they look like Betty. That was an interesting one because that one could say that maybe yes, they actually do have triplets and the triplets actually look more like Brandon. But because people are always making jokes about how Brandon looks like his mum, because literally there was a post on Reddit once upon a time where they put a wig on Brandon's head and literally he looked like Betty. So you never know, maybe she's just playing on that. So there is a chance that, listen, this information that she's given us, even though I feel like it is more or less her trolling people, there's a chance that she may actually be telling the truth. Because really and truly, if Brandon's genes are that strong, just like Betty's genes are that strong, and you know what that means, right? That means, of course, we're in a position where where the kids are more likely to look like Brandon, which means they look like Betty. But again, that's probably far-fetched. But either way, though, what I would like to know from you lovely people is, do you believe that Julia is literally playing a joke to wind people up? Or do you believe that she's generally telling the truth and this is the current situation with herself? That is something that I'll leave to you lovely folks in the comment section to obviously let your boy know, and we can most certainly talk about it. Now, with that being said, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.